E aí, gente, it's your girl Naz, and today I want to talk to you about a subject that a lot of you probably heard about but don't know much about, and that is favelas. So, I guess a good way to get started is to really talk about what is a favela first. A lot of people have heard the term, but they don't exactly know what it means. So, on Google Translate, if you translate favela into English, it basically means a slum. But what is it really? Favela, I'm not going to go too much into the history of it, but how it can be defined is it's basically neighborhoods that are controlled more by the people and the leaders of those areas rather than the government. Sometimes when you're walking down Ipanema or when you're on the highway from a distance, you're going to see a favela, which is basically houses on hills that are stacked up on top of each other. They're usually pretty crowded. There are a lot of underprivileged people who live in those neighborhoods. However, not to be mistaken, there's also a lot of beautiful, gorgeous houses in favelas that are owned by pretty rich people. 3 facts that you probably did not know about favelas. Number one, did you know that police are actually not allowed to go into favelas? So each favela has their own leader, and these leaders are the ones that basically control the favela and that community. So there's a certain set of rules and regulations that applies to each community, and it's really the leaders of those communities that make sure that they're being followed. If ever one of them is not followed, there are consequences that do apply. The reason why they do it this way is because favelas do have a different reality than people that don't live in those neighborhoods. So they really have to create a set of rules that works for their lifestyle, for their community, and for their people. Number two, did you know that you're actually not allowed to steal in favelas? It's considered a huge crime, and if you do, there's actually very severe consequences that happen from the leaders, so a lot of people just don't even try it. There's more chances of getting your stuff stolen in areas like Copacabana, Ipanema, Leblon, Botafogo, all of those touristy areas, because those are areas that are ruled by the government. Number three, did you know that Ubers are actually not allowed to go into favelas? So how it works is if ever you want to go visit Rocinha or Vidigal, you have to take an Uber to the entrance of the favela, and then each favela has their own set of taxis, whether by car or by moto, and they're the ones that will bring you to wherever you're looking to go. They only accept cash or Pix, which is basically a local form of payment here, and they do not accept credit card. Reason for that is probably two reasons. Number one, Ubers don't know the neighborhoods too well, and there are drug deals that happen in favelas. So they don't want to go on the wrong street at the wrong time or anything of that sort and then catch themselves in a bad situation. And number two, it's also a good way to keep the money within the community. So a few tips for you if you do go visit a favela. First of all, I think it's something that everybody should experience. I think it's great to really understand the reality of the country when you go there, and staying in areas like Copacabana, Leblon, Botafogo, Ipanema. That's great, but it's not really what Rio is about. So a few tips if you do want to go visit one. Number one, always go with the tour guide. If ever you need recommendations on tour guides, feel free to holler at me. I'll be happy to give you some top A1 recommendations. But all this to say, always go with the tour guide. Tour guides will talk to you a little bit more about the reality of the favela, what the rules and regulations are, and they'll also make sure that they're bringing you to streets that are safe. Number two, do not take photos. This is the number one rule when you are in a favela. There's a lot of drug dealers, people who are wanted, things like that, and they do not want their face captured in videos, on cameras, just because it's more dangerous for them. They risk being caught, things like that. And they already allow people to come in to visit, so just respect that. So the last thing I want to mention is if you do go visit favelas, please stay respectful. Go there with an open mind, wanting to learn and wanting to understand. Do not go there with the intention of thinking that favelas are some type of exhibition. These are people, they have a different reality than a lot of people in the Western world, and it's important to go there wanting to understand the culture, the resiliency, and how these communities are able to build such a strong sense of community together given their circumstance. Well, that's it. If you have any questions or if you want to know more, holler!